I will briefly touch on my firm, what its strategic focus is, what were the operational reasons to go to a new document management system, and what our, well, let's say our present IT landscape is, and what we are implementing at this moment. So Kneppelhout is a top 30 Dutch law firm. We have a little over 60 fee earners, as they are called. We have in-house 14 languages that are spoken, and we have at least a 1/3, I think it's even more this year, of non-domestic turnover. As we have a large part of non-domestic clients, we're more and more often faced with discovery requests, and we find it very difficult with our old landscape to work on such a request with a client. It's very time consuming, and you can't bill all that time because it's your problem that you have to go back years into your old files. Proven technology. Microsoft SharePoint. We've been working with an intranet based on SharePoint for several years. It's widely used within the firm. Everybody is enthusiastic about it. So, what were the focus areas for our new landscape and choosing a document management system? Proven technology. I think that was for us one of the key pillars, because nobody wants to be a test firm for the launch of a new application. I've had that experience in my last firm, and it was an absolute nightmare. It's too vital to experiment. I don't know, we've been approached as a firm by Kluwer to test, to be a launching customer for their new Fidura application. Well, not in our house, because it's too vital a part of our organization to experiment with. So then the workspace focus. And that wasn't something we came up with right from the start, but as we went into the selection of possible providers of a document management system, we were a bit surprised by our own employees, because we had this user group that worked with both candidates. One was Contentworker and one was another provider. And the other provider really worked out of Outlook. And so that was, I know your application is very intuitive, but that was for the employees in our firm the most recognizable, because they are inbox managers. So if you have a DMS that works out of Outlook, then that was just a small step. But they surprised us by choosing, with a unanimous vote, for Contentworker, because after experiencing what it is to work in a workspace, they loved the rest it gave you, the focus on the matter at hand, not being sidetracked by all the emails dropping into your inbox all the time. So the workspace focus became important as we came along. And of course, we as management from the firm wanted our fee earners to go away from being those inbox managers. Furthermore, intuitive was also a key issue, because we don't want to spend hours and hours and days of training, especially because we're not implementing only a document management system, but we're implementing a whole new landscape. So that brought us to this landscape that we devised and are setting up. But for us, if we put this screen in front of a new user, especially a fee earner, he automatically feels how it works, because it's very clear. despite the lack of resolution on the thing. So that was, well, big steps. Took us a year. Where we are at this stage, and that's why we chose Contentworker. As I said, we tested 2 document management systems. One, which was hardly a change at all, because it worked out of your inbox, and Contentworker. And the user, and that test panel unanimously chose Contentworker, therefore also communicating that they were willing, able, and even eager to change their way of working. Any other questions?
What's the other DMS you tried?
What?
What's the other one you...
Can't even remember the name. You know it.
DMSforLegal.
DMSforLegal. Yeah, true. Yeah.
That's SharePoint based as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but with a different user philosophy. It had to be SharePoint based, otherwise we wouldn't have even considered it.